Good day, everyone. So we're going to tackle about deductive reasoning. So deductive reasoning is the act of making a generalized statement and backing it up with specific scenarios or information. From the word generalized statement and specific scenarios or information, you are like putting up a factual intro to conclude it more believable way. Like you're like connecting dots to figure things out or like putting up all pieces to a puzzle and it fits perfectly. So that is the way what deductive reasoning is. Deductive reasoning is, we also use this in our daily lives, but we don't notice it sometimes. And this is like a logical step to acquire our specific answers from our problems. This kind of reasoning is very important to us because without this is we can easily make our decisions from what we want. And deductive reasoning is also important because this kind of reasoning can help us solve problems in mathematics and basic natural problems. Here are some examples of deductive reasoning. First, we have an example is all birds have feathers, robins are birds, therefore robins have feathers. So as we can see from this sentence, we can see that there is a deductive reasoning that is being used here, and it has a general premise which is all birds have feathers, and it has also a specific case which is robins are birds. Therefore, robins have feathers, so this is a logical conclusion. The second example is all squares have 4 equal sides. This shape has 4 equal sides, therefore this shape is a square. This example also has a deductive reasoning that is being used because in this specific phrase it consists that it has 4 equal sides, so it means it directs to a conclusion that it is a square because this is a fact and it is based on what is deductive reasoning really is. Let's move on to the third example. So if it rains, the ground gets wet. The ground is wet, therefore it rains. It means that if the ground gets wet, this is the keyword to identify that it is used by deductive reasoning. So, like for me, I saw and observed that from the rain, the ground gets wet because it is a fact. we can change it in other ways. So, for example, is all mammals give birth to live young. Therefore, dolphins are mammals. It has a general premise, which is all mammals give birth to live young. So, it is leading to a conclusion that dolphins are mammals because dolphins also birth to live young because there are also mammals. Now is the fifth example. If a shape has three sides, it is a triangle. So it directly concludes that there are no other shapes that has three sides, which is no other than triangle. Move on to the sixth example of deductive reasoning. All apples are fruits. This is an apple, therefore this is a fruit. This also concludes that apple is a fruit because we cannot say that apple are vegetables. So this is true and it is a perfect example for deductive reasoning. Next is seventh example. If it is winter, it snows. It is winter, therefore there are snows. So there is no other possible thing that comes from winter than snows. And therefore it is concluded that winter conducts snows above. Next is all right angles measure 90 degrees. This angle measures 90 degrees. Therefore, this angle is a right angle. It shows that 90 degrees is from the right angles, and therefore, it directly concludes from a general premier that all right angles is in 90 degrees. In the ninth example, if an animal has gills, if it can breathe underwater, this animal has gills. Therefore, it can breathe underwater. So it's specified that these animals has gills. For example, fish. Just like, let's say that all underwater species, any kinds. So this concludes it that all animals that has gills can breathe underwater. Lastly, for our 10th example, all insects have 6 legs. Butterflies are insects. Therefore, butterflies have 6 legs. From the word all insects, it is a generalized word that from all insects, it has 6 legs. So therefore, all butterflies have also in an insect, so it has also have 6 legs. Before we end for our class today, so I must say that deductive reasoning has a different kind of patterns. So, inside the deductive reasoning consists, first is observation. Second is a supporting fact. And lastly, it consists a logical conclusion. With these three, it supports what does really deductive reasoning really do. From what you have observed from all of that examples, it consists different patterns that we ourselves that solve those problems. And without doing so much critical thinking, we can easily use deductive reasoning because from what I have said earlier, deductive reasoning we use this every day but can be noticed. And that's all. Thank you.